I make music. I'm doing a song and day challenge where the girls drop a song and then play the end of the year. I drop 7 songs every Friday. Every Friday, 7 songs. So link in description, link in description, link in description, link in description if you wanna check that out. Link in description if you wanna check that out. I'm gonna have to eat this afterward. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to break it down into crumbs. I wish I had ice cream or something. I wish I had ice cream. Then I could have it with ice cream. But I don't, so I'm just gonna have to eat the crumbs after this so I don't waste. Have y'all been following the Israel-Palestine conflict? I ain't gonna pick sides or anything. War is terrible because of the impact it has on regular civilians who had nothing to do with the conflict. Think about the women, the children that get caught up in that. It's sad for any country. So I'm not gonna pick sides or anything like that. But I am going to comment on the implications of this It's quite terrifying. Basically, what we're seeing right now is a very serious conflict between Israel and Palestine. If you don't know, Israel declared official war. They've been at odds, but there's what we're seeing now is different. Like Israel has declared officially we're going to war with Palestine because over the past weekend, some Palestinian militants and who are part of the Hamas militia group, they kind of it's insane. They parachuted into Israel and started shooting civilians and going into people's houses and kidnapping people. Apparently there was some assault of the sexual variety going on as well, and some terrible stuff, man. And look, I'm not going. I think when it comes to war, it's easy to paint one side as the victim and one side as the villain, but that's not how it goes usually. War is complicated, and the history of nations is complicated, and the Egyptian, or this Egyptian, I'm not sure what his capacity is, but he's a politician. This Egyptian politician was like, he claims that he warned Israel of the attack. They've been warning Israel of the pending attack that has been planned since apparently like August, and then Israel ignored them, because Israel is known as having one of the most advanced intelligence agencies and defense systems. So how is it possible that enemies literally parachuted into your country? It doesn't make sense. People are confused about that. It seems fishy. Regardless, there's a lot of speculation that Iran has been the one funding the Hamas group. And if this is true, it could be a cause for war with Iran as well, because that's a declaration of war, you know. You're literally funding terrorists to enter our country and destroy us. So it's a problem. Now people are calling for the US to get involved in this Iran-Palestine conflict. And if the US gets involved, you know, they start attacking Palestine, potentially start attacking Iran, that could lead to Russia getting involved, because Russia is an ally of Iran. And it can get messy, man. That could lead to World War. And then while people are skirmishing there in that region of the world, China now, it's insane. Because China has been looking to invade Taiwan for a while, but they can't because everyone has their eyes on them. The reason why China wants to invade Taiwan is because Taiwan produces the most sophisticated semiconductor chips. These semiconductor chips are... Oh, these crumbs are getting into my nose. I want to sneeze now. Hold on. These semiconductor chips are in everything. They're in your phone, they're in your car, they're in the microwaves, the fridges, so many electronic devices, planes, boats. They're in everything. Semiconductor chips are in anything, in everything. It's insane. Watches. But But you get different types of semiconductor chips. Some are more sophisticated than others. Some are very basic. China produces the most basic semiconductor chips, and they buy a lot of the more complicated ones from different countries and so on and so forth. They're very reliant on other countries for the more sophisticated semiconductor chips. And it's a problem. And less and less people are investing in China for various reasons. During COVID, apparently China wasn't, a lot of people turned to China for assistance in the there was a chip shortage, so a lot of people turned to China for help there. But then China used that as an opportunity to exert dominance. So people realize, oh, China's not a good trading partner because they'll take advantage of us when they get the opportunity. So as other avenues of trade opened up and other people started being like, you don't have to trade with China, people stopped, and a lot of investors have been pulling their money out of China. And the amount of investment going into China is the lowest it's been in like decades. So China is in trouble. But their neighbor, Taiwan, is a producer of very sophisticated semiconductor chips. The most. So if they invade Taiwan, right? They capture Taiwan. They solve their semiconductor problem and shoot up in the rankings of the highest sellers in the world of semiconductor chips. It's a very lucrative market because right now China is very vulnerable. They're losing investors rapidly, and people don't want to trade with them, and they're becoming more and more isolated. And in the world of semiconductor traders, buyers and sellers, if you talk about the top countries, most of those countries are allies. They're in good terms with each other. China is the only country in that list of countries that is not allied with anyone. Because no one wants to trade with China. They weren't playing nice during COVID. So they're in trouble, man. But if they invade Taiwan and capture Taiwan and get a hold of those factories, get a hold of those semiconductor chips, problem solved. Because what can anyone do? But they can't do that right now because people can try and intervene. However, if this Israel thing escalates and the US enters the fray and Russia enters the fray and all these other allies enter the fray and everyone's fighting, people will be distracted. And China can be like, Taiwan, baby, here we are. And who's going to stop them? Because if the US is distracted, oh my God, it's so bad. Because the US has their attention on Ukraine, right? They're fooling around in Ukraine. They're fooling around. If they go and they start fooling around in Israel, that's going to be an issue. They've got a border crisis right now. I don't know if y'all know, but your border is wide open. Immigrants are pouring in. Hundreds of thousands every month, millions every year. It's a serious problem. It's burdening your infrastructure, your economic system. It's creating a lot of problems with regards to housing and jobs and this, that, and the third, the economy. A lot of the cartel is using that as a way to funnel people in as well. Sex trafficking is going up. Children are going missing. It's a mess. The cartel, the Mexican cartel, all these cartels, they control that, I don't know if it's all of them, but they control They control the border. They control access to the border. And it's not like they're doing this out of the kindness of their hearts. It's not like they're saying, oh, well, yeah, the country you're fleeing from in order to go to the US will probably be the reason you're fleeing, because we're terrible. We're gangsters and we make life hard for everyone. So we'll help you escape into the US. That's not what's happening. What's happening is they have strategies. They know that these people fleeing into the US are great ways to channel drugs, are great ways to channel some sex trafficking, maybe establish their own little cells within the US, so on and so forth. It's insane. It's a bad situation. But the border is wide open. People are literally walking through. I saw a video of people just literally walking through, and this one guy asked this border officer, he was like, he's walking through the border, he's like, so where can I go? And the guy was like, you're free, you can go wherever you want. He's like, can I go to Chicago? And then the officer was like, yeah, you can go. Go away, you're free, you can go where you want. So there are buses that take these people to Chicago, New York, so on and so forth. So America has a lot of issues on many fronts. They're sticking their nose in the business of Ukraine and Russia, sending billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars to Ukraine. There are a lot of politicians calling for the intervention in the Israel crisis. You've got the border crisis. You've got all sorts of different crises within the border, within the country. America is very distracted right now. So China can be like, why don't we just quickly invade Taiwan real quick? If America goes to Israel, I think that would be the best time to do it. I don't know if it's that simple, but hey man, it seems like a great opportunity for China. I'm praying this Israel-Palestine thing gets resolved for the sake of the children involved in this, for the sake of the woman, the man, everyone that's innocent and was just minding their business. You gotta think, man. Regardless if you're pro-Israel, pro-Palestine, you gotta think of the people in this country. If you're like a father, you got a family, you before this whole thing, maybe you're fucking your wife, taking your kids to school, just enjoying your life. Maybe not. If you're in Palestine, maybe not so much. There's a lot going on with that country. But you're just a family man minding your business. All of a sudden there's war. And people are calling for your extermination even though you didn't do anything. You didn't do anything. It's your government that did all the things. So people need to have compassion in that regard, man. War is ugly. And it's not simple. It's not as simple as good guy, bad guy. It's not the movies, guys. It's never that simple. If you trace things back enough, there's always blame to be cast on both sides. Especially when we're talking about a history this long. These guys have been fighting for, it seems, oh my god, I don't even know how long, dude. Longer than many people have been alive. Generations and generations and generations, man. These people have been fighting. So in my Bible study, we were reading about the conflict between the Israelites and the Philistines, and I googled the Philistine nation, and apparently Philistine is just another word for Palestine, for the Palestinians. So this might go back thousands of years, this conflict, potentially. That's what it said. It said Philistine means Palestine. The Philistines are Palestinians. What it said. So if that's true, this conflict is ancient. It's ancient beef. Ancient beef. this gets out of hand, man. Hmm. I mean, we could be looking at a global conflict. It hasn't even been 100 years since World War II. Can we at least pass 100 years before we get engaged in another world war? You can't have two world wars in less than a century, guys. It's not. The rule should be at least a century break before we engage in another world war. How about no world wars? That'd be nice, but you know how humans are. You know how humans are, dude. It's actually scary to think, being very casual about it right now. But I think reality sets in when you're actually starting to conscript people and say, go fight, you don't have a choice. I wonder where the feminists are going to be when they start conscripting people. Because you know what the feminists say, there's no difference between men and women, and we can do everything men can. Are y'all going to go fight? Or are you going to make the men fight? Curious. Thanks for watching, thanks for watching, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, thanks for watching, thanks for watching. You know, I like to pray, just for God blessing and peace and protection, all that good stuff. So, dear God, thank you for blessing this individual watching this right now. Thank you for making them whole and unique. Thank you that you're guiding them on a great path, oh God, towards fulfillment, towards peace. Protect them during these uncertain times. Keep them in your sight. Maintain your favor over them. Maintain your blessing over them, Lord. Let your presence in their life be felt, so they may turn to you, be close to you, always. Give them much to be grateful for, and help them see what they have that they should be grateful for right now, so that they can constantly give thanks and be happy with what they have, Lord. And through gratitude, attract more blessings, more favor, Lord. So yeah, good health, long life, and happiness over this individual, over all their friends and family, Lord. In my name I pray, in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.